Hello, 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 hello. Okay, guys, let me level with you. I am in the market. I'm in the business to find a new home. Okay. I'm going to be listing a bunch of requirements that I'm looking for in this apartment. We are not doing any nonsense here. We are doing strict apartment searching. I am 21 years old. Okay? In another world, I would be hunting bears and fighting animals to bring to my family and show them that I'm truly becoming a man. This speech that I'm giving you is motivational. For why? For one reason, I'm ready to leave the nest. Um, it took me a long time to get here, but I'm ready. Here are all the qualities that I'm looking for in a new home. Number one is that it's going to be within my budget. I have a strict budget that I don't want to go over. And this includes utilities, it includes electricity, water. I think that's utilities. I don't know. I'm still figuring stuff out. The second thing that I'm looking for that is so important to me is an in unit washer and dryer. Guys, long gone are the days of being a peasant, a plebeian, and carrying your clothes that you've worn, going downstairs to open that creaky door that leads to a room filled with washers and dryers. I think it's a crime to be allowing people to pay for washing their clothes when you could just put it inside the unit. I think that's a real crime. And I think a lot of landlords need to be cuffed and put in prison. That's a long winded way of saying I will not accept an apartment that does not have an in-unit washer and dryer. I don't know why. I just don't know how to stop talking. I don't really know what's wrong with me. I live in a Midwestern area. I don't live in a really cluttered city or anything, so I'm definitely not shitting on people who have to like have a washer and dryer outside of their unit. Clearly, please guys, use some nuance. Ugh, I hate that word. Please use your brain. Please use your brain. I'm not shitting on people. I've had to do that. It's just not my vibe. Because I like to do laundry at like literally the worst moments during the day and night. And I just feel like I can't be arsed to be picking my clothes and taking them downstairs or like to a separate room. I can't do it. The next thing is that, guys, I work two jobs. I do. I've mentioned it, I think, in a couple of videos or in like one video. I don't know. One of them is a full time, the other is a part time. That is about 18 to 22 miles to and from work. And I work 7 days a week, 35 minutes to and from work. It's driving me insane. I can't do it. The apartment, if I'm going to be moving to an apartment and paying more money, I need it to be relatively close to either one of those jobs. It would be amazing if it could be like smack dab in the middle. I won't hold my hopes up. I don't, best case scenario, it's in the middle. The next best case scenario is it's closer to one of those jobs. I would really appreciate that because I'm genuinely losing my mind. I hate driving. I hate the infrastructure of American transportation systems. And I'm struggling. I can't do it anymore. Next, this apartment needs to have lots of sunlight. I am a girl of the sun. I'm a child of the sun. I am a daughter of the sun, guys. Thank you. I cannot live in a place with minimal sunlight. Next thing is quiet neighbors. That would be amazing. Next thing that's important is that the apartment has a well-kept property. I've lived in places or like visited places where like it'll be trash day. That's also another thing. I wrote a whole list of questions. It's just basically like an amalgamation of questions that I found online and that I thought of to ask these apartment people when you go for a tour. And it's also important to like go for a tour during their trash day to see basically how they do it, whether or not you have to carry your trash out, or you have to leave like your ugly trash bags in the hallway, which is just very ugly and gross. Just figuring out like how clean do they keep the property? Is there maintenance? How often does the maintenance come? We're not going to talk about all that stuff now. I will leave a link or like a list of all the questions that I asked. It's very, very long. It's a very, very long list. I don't know if I should like leave it in the description box or like create like a separate Notion page or something like that because it's very long. Okay. The next thing that's really important to me is having covered parking and also being able to have pets. Next thing that's important to me, I'm getting into cooking. I used to cook a lot in my childhood and adolescence, so I basically said no more. I said no mass. I can't do this anymore, and I stopped it. That was kind of like an Irish accent. Did we love? Did we love? Okay. So basically, I just want the kitchen to be relatively modern, the appliances to be relatively modern and new, and, you know, well kept and well taken care of, just so I don't have to struggle to cook in that kitchen because it really grosses me out. It really grosses me out to like enter a space that is just like has been there and lived with another person, and then you see like the evidence of like a poorly kept place. I can't even explain. Next thing that is a little bit obscure and a little bit random, a little bit quirky, I might say, is I want them to have a decent package retrieval system. When I used to live in one of my old apartments in college, basically halfway through my time living there, they switched to this locker package system. So whenever you'd order something, it would go to the front office, and then the front office would put it into the locker, and then they would send you an email with a code to that locker, and you would go and pick it up. And you could pick it up at any time of the day as long as you knew the code to get into the front office, which they usually give people because the front office is usually linked to the apartment gym that they usually have. And you could pick up your package at any time at your leisure. At your leisure. I'm just so sick and tired of having to go to the front office and be like, do you have my package? Do you have my package? Do you have my package? I have a package. I'm sick and tired of it. The last thing is also the most important thing, and it's just that the apartment area is not shady, that it's a good, safe place for a single woman to live in. And of course, I'm not taking any chances. I'm still gonna make sure that I take all the necessary safety precautions to keep me feeling protected. So, yeah, these are all the requirements I want from my apartment. So, let's go ahead and roll the footage of all the contenders and my thoughts on them and ratings on a scale of 1 to 10 and whether or not I chose them. So, let's go! I'm so excited! In addition to the 2 apartments that I showed in the last vlog, I am viewing and viewed 4 apartments in this vlog. So this one is so nice. I absolutely love the neighborhood. I love the managers. I love their systems and the fact that the apartments work like entry code and not with a key, which I thought was really cool and like K-drama like. And it had a patio. Bro, this apartment was so fire and I loved it so much. I was so blown away because if I was back in Texas, this would cost me a pretty penny. It was still like $100 above my budget, but it wasn't anything bad. And you'll see in Model B, that's actually the apartment that I would have ended up. Oh, not being revealing. Model B would be the apartment that I would have if I chose this apartment. I really just cannot say enough things. The appliances were modern. I didn't really mind the rug. There was lots of wood throughout the house, and it was just like a blank slate to kind of mold to whatever aesthetic or like interior decorating vibe, I hate to use this word, but vibe that I want. Except for like the black accents, but overall it was just a very, very beautiful apartment and neighborhood. It had so many amenities. It was awesome. It was a great start to a week because I went to see this on Monday, and just so spacious, like so much space for little old me. And like I was already thinking, oh my god, I can put my plants out here. I can sit out here when it's raining and like get swept away in the thunderstorm. But the biggest issue with this apartment was the no in-unit washer and dryer. I just could not do it. They wanted me to pay like extra money for that. I couldn't do it. Apartment number 2 was low-key fire. This place though was also $100. This exact place I'm looking at was $100 more. And the biggest, like, it was $100 more. It had modern updated appliances. So it wasn't going to be the apartment that I was going to get. And that was the issue, because the appliances added like an extra fee, plus like the Wi-Fi internet service providers that they had around here would be like another huge fee. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And another thing was, I didn't really like the neighborhood that much. It just didn't look very well taken care of. It looked super old. There was a washer and dryer, although, bitch, it looks like kid size. It looks like a kid size washer and dryer. Like, don't play with me. The thing that I hated the most was just the fact that the area was kind of weird, and that the specific thing that I was looking at wasn't even available. So I was like, okay, girl, this is a no from me. Apartment number 3. Cool neighborhood. This was like a staged apartment. So, you know, they thought they were given interior design queen. What they really were given was not that. Okay. But yeah, it had like this really cute nook, lots of windows, like a little porch, which is so cute and nice. I wasn't like a huge fan of the carpet, but again, I really don't care about carpet like that. But yeah, like a ton of space, like way more space than I honestly would know what to do with. And that's also another thing. It was also still kind of far away from my work. It was still like out of the way. Also, guys, I'm so sorry for the way I filmed these videos. I look crazy. But I was just trying to get as much as possible in the video without making like the managers feel awkward. So yeah, but it was pretty cool. It was a cool apartment. But the annoying thing, the biggest deal breaker, was the fact that there was no in-unit washer and dryer. Oh, guys, sorry, I said apartment 2 didn't have any. It did, but not for the rest of the apartments. Okay, now this is apartment 4. As you can tell by the way this video is going, apartment 4 is the apartment that I chose. Guys, I can't even explain it. Y'all might think I'm crazy, and y'all might think I should have gone with apartment 1. And in another world, if I was another person, I would have fucking gone with apartment 1. But I am a girl of vibes, guys. And when I tell you, I literally had a dream about this place. And also had an in-unit washer dryer. It's also fucking 4 minutes away from my work. And you know, the backyard, like, they don't have a pool, but this place was really giving, and I was digging it. I just love, it was like a renovated industrial factory building, and it's just got the vibes, dude. And I just needed it. I dreamt about it, and okay, guys. Tell me which apartment I chose. Leave it in the comments below, guys. Okay, thank you for watching this video. I have signed a lease. I have picked an apartment. This is so silly. You guys, I'm so pumped for the types of videos I'm about to make. I've been watching so much freaking interior design content. I am so pumped. Okay, thank you for watching. And I will leave a link to the first apartment hunting video that I went on. You guys can watch that too. Okay, bye.